So splitting large files. To split large files into smaller files in Linux, use the split command. At the prompt, you would enter split, the options, the file name, and the prefix. Okay. So replace file name with the name of the large file you wish to split, and you will replace prefix with the name you wish to give the small output files. You can exclude options or replace it with either of the following. We could do line number, or we could do bytes, we could do -L line number, -B bytes. If you use the -L option, so lowercase l, you replace the line number with the number of lines you'd like in each of the smaller files. The default's going to be 1,000. If you use the -B option, you would replace bytes with the number of bytes you'd like in each of the smaller files. Okay, guys, this isn't something that I use a whole lot, and you probably won't use it a whole lot either, but it is something good to know. We also have counting words, lines, and characters, so WC or word count prints a count of new lines, words, and bytes for each input file. The WC command, without passing any parameter, will display a basic result of any name.txt file, which includes the following. So it will give you the count number of lines, the number of words, the number of bytes and characters, and the display length of the longest line. So let's check that out real quick. Let me clear my screen here. So I'm going to do cat test, just so you can see that. So I can do word count on the test file. Let me see, we have the number of lines, which is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, number of words, which is 8. Okay. Number of bytes and characters, which is 29. Okay, it tells us the file was test. So it's counting these 3 as words, guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's counting these last 3 as words. That's where we're getting the 8 from, right? Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint. Now let's talk about transforming file contents. So we can edit a file with Vim, as we know. So we would open a file with the Vim command. So for example, we could do vim etsy iscan int tscan.ini. We could type a / and then the name of value you would like to edit and press enter to search for the value in the field. So with the sed command, you need to specify all the transliterations, and then you can choose which letters you want to convert. So I can do vim test, and I can type a / here, and I'm going to move my screen down so you can see that /. So you see that / at the bottom of my screen here, okay? And I can type in KV, just KV, and I hit enter. Oh, I need to do capital KEV. Remember, it's case sensitive. Now you'll see it highlighted that for me, right? So I do a /KEV. You can see it highlights that for me. So that's a good way to search your text files. Obviously, this is a small file, so it's easy to find patterns in it, right? But let me exit out of this file. If I were to do vim on /etsy /passwd, now, well, it's not so easy to find things, right? So if I do a /kev, well, now it's pretty useful, right? So I did a /kev, and it finds the exact line with kev on it for me, right? So you can see how that would be useful. So we can also extract text strings. You can use grep with the -A, B, or C options, all uppercase. The -A switch will read the X number of lines after the match, so it is probably what you want. And the -B switch will read X number of lines before the match. Okay, we have an example of that on the next slide. We also saw that in our previous slides. So we can do a grep -A and a number, and it'll display the number of lines trailing the matched context. We can do a -B number, and it'll display the number of lines leading the matched line. And we can do a -C number, which will print the number of lines of output context. We also have another example of text extraction, which is substring extraction. So we can do string colon position, and this extracts substrings from the string at position. You can also do string colon position colon length, like it extracts length characters of substring from string at position. And here's an example of that. So we can say echo string z at 0, echo string z at 1, and echo string z at 7. You can also say echo string z at 7 and 3. Okay. So here we see the string, which is ABC, ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC, and so on and so forth. So all different lowercase, uppercase, and different numbers. So if we do string z at 0, it gives us the whole thing. Okay. If we do it at 1, notice it chopped off that first A, right? And we can do 7, so it says, hey, start at the 7th position, right? String position, start at the 7th position, okay? So here it's saying, hey, can we actually start from the right part of the string? However, you can't do that, right? It's just going to default to the full string. However, if we were to encapsulate that, notice that it'll actually work. It will start 4 from the right. Okay? Guys, this isn't something really that's used either, but just be aware of it. This can be useful in certain scripts. Okay, so it's just another tool that you want to be able to be aware of when you're doing bash scripting. So let's go and close out our session here. So we talked about editing a file from a script, scripting with ed or sed, Unix and Linux utilities manipulate files, regular expressions, grep and egrep, the stream editor sed, sorting in scripts, generating reports with awk, splitting large files, counting words, lines, and characters, transforming file contents, and extracting text strings. Next session, we're going to go over Unix network applications such as remote execution commands, remote activity reporting, and communicating with remote users. We're going to go over internet applications such as FTP, TFTP, and telnet, remote access control mechanisms, and using the secure shell such as SSH. Be sure to follow these links so you can look at the monthly and weekly plans available for tutoring sessions for system administrator management, as well as Linux and Bash scripting private tutoring sessions. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. This has been a course from coding-bootcamps.com. Looking forward to seeing you on session 6.